Lean Intelligent Assembly Automation, a collaboration between EON Realty, LMS Patras University and Opel. By using Microsoft HoloLens in a robot cell, the user gets virtual instructions for assembly. LIAA has received funding from the European Union's 7th Framework Programme for Research, Technological Development and Demonstration. The system uses mixed reality to overlay instructions for the worker. The system is controlled by a server based on ROS, Robot Operating System, that controls the robot instructions and receives feedback from the robot and the worker. The worker uses HoloLens to view instructions, which can be text, images and arrows. To inform the system a task has been completed, an Android watch is used where the worker presses a Task Completed button. The robot is now starting the assembly procedure by picking the TurboCharger housing and place it in the fixture. While the robot is working, a warning message is seen in the HoloLens and worker has to stand back, else the robot arm movement will either be slower or, if the worker is too close to the robot, it will stop completely. Once the robot has finished its first task, the worker can see instructions in HoloLens to pick the manifold from the tray and place it on the TurboCharger housing. An arrow is guiding the worker to where the manifold shall be placed. Once the manifold is in place, the worker will press the Task Completed button on the Android watch. Then the next instruction is seen. The worker is now picking up 3 nuts and mount them where the arrows are pointing. Once completed, again the worker will press the Task Completed button on the Android watch.
Okay, Vasilis, today thank you for Vasilis, you had today the opportunity to see HoloPartner, the application that was built by EON for providing instructions to the human for assembly operations. What are your impressions about this thing?
Actually, seeing this technology, it was quite good. It helps technicians understand in a quite instructive way how this technology works. It's quite handy to them. The interaction with the system, especially with using HoloLens, is quite easy. The gestures feel quite realistic. And also because the tracking is on top of the instruction and stays there, it's actually quite well positioned. It allows them to understand the task, what are the process that need to be followed. It's quite easy to understand them, and going through the process and the interaction with the robot, it makes them part of what's going on. It makes the technician feel quite sure about interacting with the robot, quite safe because of all the instructions and all the warning sign that are seen. So it feels quite nice that you can go there, do it in a virtual environment, quite outside of the production, and then go there and do actually the task on top of the real object. And it feels quite nice. It's quite easy to do so and interact with the system.
The robot has now finished its task to tighten nuts and bolts. The worker now gets instructions how to mount the heat shield. The heat shield is mounted, guided by the arrows. The last task is to secure the heat shield with one bolt. Once the worker has mounted the bolt and pressed the Task Completed button on the Android watch, the robot takes over and tightens the bolt.